Hi again and good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedell here with Jordan Schreier. We're just getting started with our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. New this morning, a man is dead and a woman is fighting for her life after a head-on crash in the Northern Valley.
The state patrol says 58-year-old Kevin McCormick of Alexandria, Minnesota was killed when he crossed the center line of a highway in Marshall County yesterday afternoon and hit an SUV. 43-year-old Samantha Lunsetter-Gatsky is in critical condition at a Fargo hospital. Police believe a wanted man who is considered armed and dangerous could be in the Rowlett County, North Dakota area. 29-year-old Donovan Azure is wanted for alleged violations of supervised release.
He has prior convictions of assaulting and resisting a federal officer and possession of a short-barreled shotgun. If you see this man, call police right away and do not approach him. Federal regulators are ordering the Keystone Pipeline to remain closed until they figure out what caused a leak in Walsh County, North Dakota. Oil flow was stopped October 29th after an estimated 383,000 gallons of crude spilled near Edinburgh. The Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration is requiring the company to send the portion of the pipeline that broke to an independent lab for testing. TC Energy says it has about 200 people who are at the site for cleanup and remediation.
North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum is urging U.S. Customs and Border Protection not to cut hours of operation at 3 entry ports on the Canadian border. The Border Patrol wants to change closing times at the Maida and Carberry crossings from 10 to 7 and at the Antler crossing from 10 to 5. Burgum says all 3 ports saw an increase in crossings last year. He's concerned reducing the hours of operation will have a negative impact on tourism, local economies, and the movement of goods. Our recent stretch of below freezing temps is showing up on the local ponds and waterways. But don't let the glossy look fool you or your children.
It's an extremely thin layer of ice right now, and you'll only end up wet or worse if you try walking on it. Ice needs to be 4 inches thick to support a human. But remember, it's never 100% safe.
And today we're going to have more ice-making weather out there. To get a check of that forecast, here's Justin Fanfarelli.
And thank you, Jordan and Lisa. Good morning, everybody. Temperatures across the region for highs today ranging from near 20 in northwestern Minnesota to near 30 into the southern valley. It'll be cold with some light winds from the south or west, but it will be mainly sunny as we go through the day today. Current temperatures look like this. Very cold out there right now. Most of us into the single digits. Some temperatures north of Devil's Lake below 0, where you see the black on this map, and into Lakes Country just slightly warmer, some lower teens between Detroit Lakes and the Fergus Falls area. Wind's not really much of a factor, around say 3 to 8 miles per hour from the south or southwest, and it's giving us a little bit of a wind chill. Most of us into the southern valley, northern valley, northwestern Minnesota, and the Devil's Lake Basin having sub-zero wind chills right now, so definitely be prepared for that as you make your way. It does feel like it's mid-December out there right now. Temperatures across, this is the satellite loop, mainly clear skies with just a few passing clouds. High pressure is just off to our south, and we were on its cool side overnight, but it is moving off to the east. The wind is flipping around to more of a southerly or southwesterly direction. The high will give us plenty of sunshine today, and as it moves off to the east, warmer air will filter in over the Friday to Saturday time frame. More high pressure is on the way after that, so we're going to stay mainly dry until Saturday afternoon. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast showing that we've got mostly sunny skies today. High temperatures into the upper 20s to near 30 degrees. Now, extending the forecast, we're into the mid-30s, mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies for the day tomorrow, and staying in the mid-30s on Saturday. There is a chance of some rain or snow showers Saturday, ending as some snow showers early Sunday with some light accumulations possible. But temperatures back into the freezer for the start of next week, with highs getting into the upper teens to near 20 Monday and Tuesday, but more sunshine. There's your weather. Let's check in with Devin Fry now with your traffic on the move.
Thank you, Justin, and good morning, Red River Valley. We've returned to I-29. We're heading northbound toward Grand Forks, and we just passed the only area where I've really experienced any kind of combative driving. In the area where I-94 turns off and people enter I-29, that area, it tend to get a little bit congested, and today is no different. Now, as you can see, it starts to spread out a little bit once we get past the 13th Avenue turnoff, and it's going to become even more less crowded when we pass Main Avenue. So overall, it's a very temporary inconvenience, but that's really the only spot where I found any real interruption to the traffic flow, other than construction, of course. And speaking of which, there's 2 new projects announced today. Westbound lanes of 1st Avenue North in Moorhead, they're going to be closed from 12th to 13th Street for 2 days. 5th Street North here in Fargo from 1st to 2nd Avenue, and that's only going to be down from a couple hours starting a little bit later this morning. So overall, there really isn't much interrupting your traffic flow. We're going to keep checking in the next hour of the Fargo CW, but for now, for your traffic on the move, I'm Devin Fry.
Moorhead School District is moving forward after voters approved a $110 million bond referendum on Tuesday that will fund construction of a brand new high school and remodeling for a career academy. With a timeline already laid out, the district needs to get a move on with the planning and building.
School officials say first steps will begin with the high school parking lots being moved as early as this spring to make way for the new construction. The new high school is expected to be built by 2024. You can get a closer look at illustrations of the new facilities at valleynewslive.com. Just click on this story. Another Dairy Queen in our area has suddenly closed. This one is in Pelican Rapids. It was run by the same company that shut down Wingstop and Marco's Pizza on 45th Street in Fargo and the DQ in Wahpeton. An official with Dairy Queen tells us the Pelican Rapids location is run by Anderson Franchise Investments, the same company as the one in Wahpeton.
We have been trying to contact the investment company, but we haven't heard back. Former employees say they had no warning about the closings. Meanwhile, DQ's corporate office sent us a statement saying they are working with the ownership group to reopen that Wahpeton location.
People in Valley City are scrambling to get some healthcare help, and they're not alone. There's a shortage of doctors in many rural areas, so physician's assistant Brittany Michaels travels to Barnes County from Fargo to help out. The healthcare center is trying a new system where providers like this one will be able to talk to patients over the phone instead of seeing them in person.
The head of the North Dakota agency that promotes tourism and economic development has hired an attorney after a critical audit of the agency. The audit says the state Commerce Department violated the law on bidding uncompetitive contracts totaling more than $87,000 for the state's new Be Legendary logo. Commerce Director Michelle Commerce says the agency did nothing wrong. State Attorney General Wayne Stenjum has called on South Dakota authorities to help investigate the agency. Your aluminum can stash can go a long way to help kids do their best in schools.
All this month, the city of Fargo is partnering with Minn Kota Recycling to raise money for Fargo Schools' Got Milk program. Just drop off cans at Minn Kota Redemption Center or one of Fargo's drop-off sites, and Minn Kota will pay 1 cent per pound collected.
Last year, the program raised more than $165, which provided milk for 476 students.
Hunters are making their last-minute stops to get ready for the deer opener tomorrow in North Dakota.
In the Valley today, Abby Furchner is live from Fleet Farm this morning, making sure that we have all of our Blaze Orange ready for this unofficial holiday. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Jordan and Lisa. I think it's so funny that we keep calling it a holiday because it really is for hunters. This weekend is deer season opener for rifles, so you're going to want to make sure that you're packed and ready to go before heading out to that deer stand. I'm here with Andrew Minetti at Fleet Farm, and Fleet Farm really is that one-stop shop for everything.
Yes, so we've got everything to get you ready for the hunt. Once you have bagged and tagged your proverbial deer, we also have the items that you're going to ultimately need to process and package up that animal for later meals to enjoy with the family. So we've got different items here just to kind of showcase and touch base, as well as several different seasoning options. So don't forget your snacks, your gear, bag that deer, and at the end we can get you processed.
Yeah, you're going to want to make sure that you really do have everything before you go out to that stand, from the Blaze Orange to things that keep you warm too, like you guys have a lot of hand warmers and gloves and mittens as well.
Yes, because basically staying warm and comfortable while you're out hunting is very important, so that you don't make any rash shooting decisions and scare your deer away for this year.
And what are some things that, you know, hunters might forget before heading out to the stand? Those little things like paintings.
Well, some of the things that tend to be forgotten about is a lot of times the snacks, basically something to sustain you so that you're well basically you have your sound mind because you're not hungry, and your belly's not grumbling, as well as making sure you have ample propane tanks to keep your heat going so that you don't get cold, and being dressed appropriate. Winter garb is important.
Yeah, there's so many things you're gonna want to remember, but don't worry, head out to Fleet Farm and they have it all here, and they're gonna open tomorrow at 6 a.m. So they're opening an hour early, and they'll have some doorbuster deals too. I know those hats, they're giving them away to the first 500 people, so you're gonna want to come out.
Abby Furchner reporting live for us. Thank you.
Governor Tim Walz is expected to be in Fergus Falls tomorrow for the Big Buck Brunch that kicks off the opener in Minnesota, which will take place on Saturday.
This is the 17th annual Minnesota Governor's Deer Hunting Opener celebration. Okay, let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Here's today's question. In a survey of 12,000 adults, 25% said that they do this when no one is looking.
The answer is they drink straight from the milk carton. I do that more than
My husband
I should,
doesn't hide it. He
probably.
does it in front of me a lot of times.
Let's get a check of that weather. It's another cold one, Justin.
Yeah, cold start. Temperatures not really going very far today, with highs only into the 20s to some places near 30, but we do improve as we go through the next couple of days. Mid-30s, our next weather maker. Some rain or snow showers Saturday ending Sunday, but more cold air to start the next work week.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start. But remember, the Valley Today rolls on. You can join us right now